Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the full year 2023 video for the zodiac sign of Virgo. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you, especially because we're taking a look at full year. You'll want to get as much information as possible. Also, if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Let's go and jump and get started, Virgo. If you've watched my videos before, it's going to be very similar, but rather than a month or a half month, it is going to be full year. So in column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so a reflection of 2022 and what's going to stay in 2022. Column number 2 is just general, what's coming for 2023. We're going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We're also going to do 3 yes or no questions. I recommend something regarding 2023, but this is your reading and you can ask whatever you would like. We're going to do healing note, crystal of the year, and a couple other bonus notes. But again, let's go back to column number 1, which is what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So kind of a recap or reflection of 2022. We have the card balance. This is actually nice. I like to see this, Virgo. I think in general you've had a pretty well balanced year, and this is like balance in all aspects of life. This is like work life, spending money, saving money, eating junk food, eating healthy food, you name it, Virgo. In general, I feel like there's just been a lot of balance. There have been maybe some ups and downs, but again, I think those have been offsetting and kind of providing that nice balance. So I like to see this. I hope that you feel like you've had a pretty balanced year. Let's take a look though and see what messages are coming through here for you. Okay. The first card that we have is the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands is a card of rivalry, obstacles, challenges. I like to explain this though as like small bumps in the road. So I think again this has kind of been the ups and the downs. So there's been some highs, there's been some lows, but in general we've been pretty even. I will say though there could have been a reoccurring conflict with somebody, or an issue that kept coming up. I don't know, for whatever reason this energy feels reoccurring. The nice thing though with this is, like, again, this is small bumps in the road, so it's typically not huge things, but it does seem like there was something there. I kind of see the up and down here. The next card we have is the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups is very romantic love. It's a card of partnership, proposal, marriage, very much so a deep love card. Some of you could have entered into a new relationship, got engaged, got married, but a really nice, healthy, happy relationship that I'm seeing here. And at the bottom we have the Ace of Wands. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Wands, this is new project, inspiration, urge to create. What I'm going to say about this is I feel like I'm seeing some of you do kind of like a side business, and it feels very crafty, almost kind of like maybe stuff you would find on Etsy. The other thing that I'm seeing here is could be a hobby, but again, this feels very artistic. It feels very crafty. It feels very art-like. Very creative though, so I like to see this. But again, it's just kind of indicating something new that you started of significance in 2022. Let's go and take a look and see what other messages or clarifiers we can provide here. The first card that we have is the 7 of Cups, or excuse me, the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very nurturing, very healing, very supportive. I don't know if I said this earlier or not with the 5 of Wands, but like when I see that, it doesn't typically like end in a relationship ending. I feel like maybe there's potential that this relationship was healed. So again, being able to work through that conflict. Although it did feel reoccurring, I don't know that it ended. I feel like there was some healing there, some healing with this relationship with conflict, which I actually like to see here. Also, this person is like kind of part of your support system, so I don't know that we would ever part ways here. The other thing with this card in general, I think this is kind of speaking to healing that could have happened. So this could be healing outside of this scenario as well. The next card that we have is the Justice card. The Justice card is one of those cards, Virgo, that's always favorable for you. It's cause and effect. It's win-win solutions. In some cases, it could be truth coming out. So you could have found out some information regarding a relationship. But I also like this because it's like you worked hard for this relationship. It's commitment on both sides, win-win on both sides. So I like to see this. Generally speaking, the Justice card is really good for legal matters, contracts, items that are within the court or legal system, indicating favorable outcomes. You may have gotten like a settlement or something of that sort, a claim, a settlement, something like that through the courts as well. That was favorable and significant for 2022. At the bottom here, we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card of theft, betrayal, dishonesty, running away. This is an interesting message that's coming through. For this new thing that happened with the Ace of Wands, the new creative, artistic, I feel like maybe you were trying to like partner with somebody or work with somebody, or like, I don't know, random example, like let's say you like we're gonna go play pickleball once a week and you were gonna go with this one person. I feel like that didn't work out, so you're doing this new project, new crafty art type thing on your own, and perhaps it was like you were going to be doing it with somebody else. So, which isn't a bad thing. I think you're really still enjoying it on your own, but it seems like there was another person there and now there's not. Okay, now let's take a look at our second column, which is again just what in general what's coming for 2023. Let's see what high level messages we can provide you here. We have the card Formation. Formation's a good one. This is like something new is forming, something new is growing. You're building, you're creating, you're forming. So I'd imagine that there is, I mean, I'm sure there's lots of things that will be developing for you in 2023, but it seems like there's something big coming through here for you. But let's take a look to start with. The first card that we have is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of patience, hard work, delayed success, waiting. You see this person planted their pentacles and now they're waiting for them to grow. So I would say there's going to be something like that. You need to plant the seeds for 2023 and then give them the love, the nourishment, the water, and the time that they need to grow. So just be aware that something could be taking a little bit longer than you would like it to in 2023, but it is going to happen for you. Patience is key there. The next card that we have is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of mastering your craft, enjoying your employment. This is really about finding enjoyment, which I like. That's always good when we have true, genuine joy. This is also a card of hard work and putting in hard work. I like the Eight of Pentacles because when I see it, I know that you're going to reap the benefits of your hard work. Again, potentially could be taking a little bit longer than we'd like just given the Seven of Pentacles, but nonetheless, you'll still be reaping the benefits of that hard work. At the bottom here, we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a card of withdrawing, retreating, moving on. And this is almost always moving on when I see it. So you see the Eight of Cups are stacked nicely here, but yet the person in the background is still walking away. They're moving on to something better. These Eight of Cups look good, but you know that there's something better out there. So I would imagine that there's some sort of transition. This could be your job. This could be an investment. This could be a relationship. Really, whatever it is, it's like we're going from good to better. Okay, let's take a look and clarify what else we're working with here. The first clarifier we have is the World card. The World card's the last card in the Major Arcana. This is about completing a goal or lesson. It's very much so focused on completion. So I like to see this because, again, with the Seven of Pentacles, we get into this stage where we need to be patient and we need to wait. But this is an indicator, again, that you are going to complete that goal, complete that lesson, complete whatever you're hoping to accomplish. So I like to see that. The World card's also a card of travel, so I think a lot of you could have really travel-heavy years, which is super exciting, assuming you like to travel. But Virgo, it seems like there'll be quite a bit of travel on the books there for you. The next card that we have is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a card of low feelings. I want to make sure I give you a good message here. So I feel like some of you potentially could be undervalued, but this is challenging because you're not particularly happy, but again, you will be reaping the benefits of what work you've been putting in and actually finding enjoyment. So I think that there is going to be a stage where you're maybe not happy or not really sure of the direction, but you kind of want to be patient and wait it out because again, you're going to be benefiting whatever this is and you'll actually end up enjoying it. So when you get to this point where you're not feeling the best, where you're feeling kind of in a low place, know that better is coming there for you, Virgo. At the bottom, we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is very active. It's new project, new creative idea. You have these side-by-side wands here at the very end. You really like this creative, artistic energy. Perhaps the move that you're making, let's say you did start that Etsy store, maybe you're going to leave your job and just run this Etsy store now. Or maybe you started a YouTube channel and you'll just be running this YouTube channel. It's further pursuing whatever this new opportunity, creative idea is. Make sure you keep it creative though. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. I did just buy this new deck of cards, which is like money messages. So a little piece of money advice before we get into it. Remember, all transactions are investments in your energy. Ensure you are investing in things that raise your personal vibration and the vibration of those around you. That's pretty sound advice if I say so myself. So in this column, we're going to take a look at anything related to money. Think job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money, Virgo. The first card that we have is the Four of Wands. There's a lot of completion cards here for you. I like that though. Those are those wins, those successes. But if you look here, this almost is like a finish line on the Four of Wands. So this is an indicator of completion, finishing something, celebrating it. This is also a card of reunions. So perhaps you'll be getting reconnected with somebody you've worked with before. You may follow a boss to a new job or follow a coworker. But it does seem like there's some sort of reunion that's happening for you in work. But in general, lots of successes throughout the year, lots of completion, which I like to see. But reunion is definitely coming through there for you. The next card we have is the Justice card. We talked about the Justice card earlier. It's one of those cards that's favorable for you always. It's cause and effect. It's again putting in the hard work and reaping the benefits of it. This is still, though, like contracts, legal matters, things of the court, but all favorable for you. So as contracts come up this year, they're going to be good. If you end up going to court, again, looking for like settlement or something of that sort, it indicates favorable for you. Any of the kind of like formal contractual type things looks good. The next card that we have is the Page of Wands. My goodness, I feel like we're getting some repeat cards here for you. But our Page of Wands is the next one. This is again active, creative, new project or idea. I did say that I saw like some of you leaving your job, so maybe that is the case where you're going to go off and just go run that own business. I feel like you're going after the new opportunity, and it very well could be connected to the reunion. It just seems like there's something new here. I don't know that it'll be a new job for all of you, but it could be like leaving your job and starting your own business, switching companies. There's just some sort of new opportunity coming in with the Page of Wands, and it's so creative and so artistic compared to what you're doing currently, Virgo. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what we're working with here. The first clarifier we have is the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork. You are going to have some group projects and independent projects is kind of what I'm getting there. But do make sure that that good teamwork is there, that there's collaboration there. Collaboration is really important with the Three of Pentacles. The other thing I want to talk about is skill, quality, craftsmanship. This is like really genuinely doing great work. So I'm not surprised that you're having these successes and these wins and these completions all year long because, again, you're putting in really, really quality work, skill, craftsmanship. The next card we have is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very confident, very self-assured. I feel like you need to not doubt yourself. So this is kind of an interesting message coming through. The Justice card is a card of truth coming out or finding out the truth, but it's like you already know. So it's fine if you find out the information, but you already knew the information beforehand. So just make sure that you're very confident, you're trusting yourself, trusting your gut, Virgo. You really do know the answers. But if you go into something with a position of doubt, it just makes the odds less favorable for you. So be very confident and be very self-assured. And then at the bottom here, we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, if you take a look at this card, both the horse and rider are moving very quickly. This is a very fast-paced lifestyle change. So I feel like this switch, whatever this new thing is that's brewing with the Page of Wands, it's going to come in very quickly and happen very quickly. But that's not necessarily bad. It's just kind of like the light switches there. I feel like we've talked about a lot of wands, so I just want to call that out really quick. Wands are typically fire signs, and it's very creative. I know I've said creative a ton, but just thought that was worth throwing out for some of you. Okay, now let's take a look at our fourth column, which is anything related to love. Similar to the money card, I did get some love cards. So let's see what your message says. Look inside, examine what is causing you to feel this way. In this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, marriage, children, whatever you associate with love, Virgo. The first card that we have is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a very conventional card. I like this though. This is like tradition. So if you're hoping to enter into a relationship, get engaged, get married, that really fits into that kind of structure. So good in terms if you're hoping for any of those things going into 2023. This is also a card of expectations, and the Hierophant is about exceeding expectations. So I just think love is going to be better than you thought it would be in 2023. The next card that we have is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. This is just all around positivity. But again, I think there is going to be success entering into a relationship, with engagement, with marriage, whatever that may be. I know it's weird to think about love in terms of success, but I do think this is a happy, healthy, successful relationship. I take the Six of Wands as a good thing here. I think you're going to accomplish some things together, assuming you're seeking a relationship here, Virgo, or already in a relationship. You're going to take like some big wins and victories together. Maybe something like buying a house or running a marathon together, whatever it may be, whatever is important to you in your particular life, Virgo. So I like to see that as well. The next card that we have is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. I would say this seems kind of interesting, but like make sure you're taking vacations, have regular trips planned. Maybe you love the mountains and you live in a state with mountains. Take like a regular once a month, 3-day weekend to go out. You need that kind of R&R time. Also, there's something about having something to look forward to, Virgo, that seems very meaningful and important. Let's go ahead and clarify this out though. The first card that we have is the Devil card. The Devil card is a card of greed, envy, materialism, obsession. One thing that I'm getting is like, don't be too focused on the details, and if the details don't go exactly the way you planned. Maybe you have an engagement exactly in your mind, Virgo, and don't get caught up on the details if they don't work out. Or maybe with the weekend plans we were talking about, it was the second weekend of the month and it gets bumped to the third. Try not to get caught up in the small details this year is what I'm hearing. The next card we have is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is a card of compromise, and compromise is kind of coming through in a weird way because it's not your literal compromise, but it's like you need to make sure that you're supporting one another. So if the goal is to run a marathon, make sure you're supporting your partner and however you can. Again, I don't like the word compromise with that, but it's really that give and take, and it's more about supporting each other than anything. At the bottom here, we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card of apathy or feeling unfulfilled. It's kind of low feelings. Again, we need to make sure that we're getting this regular rest, recovery, time away. And that doesn't really have to do with partner. It's just kind of in general something that's needed and beneficial for both of you. Or yourself if you are not in a relationship. Okay, now let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card repetition. What I'm hearing is maybe you had a really redundant and repetitive 2022. So I would definitely make sure you're breaking up the routine here a little bit. Again, give yourself those regular vacations to look forward to, but just don't do the same old all day, every day. The first card that we have is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is very, very hardworking. It's very studious. I think this is where the repetition is going to come into play. The next card that we have is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords has a lot of meanings, but you see this person gathering their swords and wanting to run away. You're gonna want to run away from this repetition if you get too caught up in it. If you look, it's kind of hard to see, but that top corner, the card is like making a face and it's like overwhelmed, and we get tired and burnt out of this repetition. So it's great that you're hardworking and studious, but you need to give yourself some downtime. And then the Tower card is a card of unwanted change. It's kind of interesting. I think there will be an event that if you're not making time and you're not breaking up this repetition, it's going to be broken up for you. So it's better that you be proactive versus Mother Nature or the universe doing it on your behalf. The first clarifier we have here is the King of Pentacles. This is solid, practical, wise, which I like. This is also a card of really good investments. So some of you could be working towards those investments. But again, make sure that we're not doing the same thing. Sometimes the same investment doesn't always work too. So the need to change up what we're doing. The next card we have is the Empress. The Empress is a card of abundance and a card of creation. And in order to keep that flowing, we need to keep in a good mindset. So do be really focused on that. This is a card of fertility and good parenting as well. So for those of you hoping to grow your family, this could be good for you to perhaps change the routine there as well. And then at the bottom here, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is very bold, very powerful. It's kind of being in a position of power. And again, going back to this, it's like you have the ability to shake this up. And again, the universe is going to come and shake it up for you if you don't kind of check and adjust for yourself. It's almost like that thing. It's like, what do they say? If you don't make time for your health, then I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, take time for yourself, Virgo. That's what I'm getting at. Make sure you're doing things that feel good, taking breaks, doing that regular recovery. It's like you'll get burnt out if you're not doing it for yourself. Okay, at this time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. Again, I recommend asking questions about 2023, but you can ask whatever you would like. And if you don't have questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But for question number 1, we have the Ace of Clubs. This is number 31 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2 is the 9 of Diamonds. This is number 39 card. That's a yes. And question number 3 is the 8 of Hearts. This is number 36 card. That's going to be a no. So no, yes, no for you there, Virgo. We're going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you throughout 2023. You have Dolomite, which is good for grounding, endurance. It helps be authentic. It gives a basic sense of trust, stability, and endurance. And it really keeps your actions playful. We're going to pull a card from our Let Go deck as well, because we need to be thinking about letting go of 2022 and getting focused on 2023. It says, let go of yesterday, as what you do right now is more important. We're also going to pull a card from our Angel Wish deck, which is just a message from somebody who has passed away, who's on the other side. Remember, your angels are always there to guide you. And last but not least, we're going to do a healing note. Your healing note says, the body heals with play, the mind heals with laughter, and the spirit heals with joy. Thank you so much, Virgo, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, if you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Virgo, and I hope you have the best 2023.